what can be said to be a big relief for the Hindu side and in fact a big win for the Hindu side. Today, the Allahabad High Court has dismissed the pleas filed by the Muslim side challenging a 1991 suit filed before a Varanasi court seeking restoration of temples at the Gyanvapi mosque site. Now remember that this was the main suit in this particular case, and in fact it is a big win for the Hindu side because there have been various observations, and in fact the Hindu side suit has been said to be maintainable by the Allahabad High Court. The Allahabad High Court has also asked the Varanasi court to decide it in 6 months, saying that this is of utmost national importance. The Allahabad High Court goes on to say that this is not a dispute between two individuals but affects two communities, and hence it should be decided with utmost urgency, and in fact no kind of a delay shall be given, and there should be cooperation by both the parties. Now, what are the observations of the Allahabad High Court when it comes to this particular issue? The Allahabad High Court goes on to say the first thing, the preliminary contention of the Muslim side that this whole suit is barred by the Places of Worship Act. The Allahabad High Court says no, the Places of Worship Act does not bars for determining the religious characteristic of a particular place. It only bars conversion of the religious characteristic of a particular place. In fact, it also goes on to say that religious characteristic too has not been defined under the POW Act, that is the Act of 1991. Another aspect that the Allahabad High Court highlights is that this whole issue is of utmost national importance because it concerns two eminent communities. Another big thing that the Allahabad High Court goes on to say is that the Gyanvapi compound, which consists of the Mashingar Gauri temple and also in fact the Gyanvapi mosque, is something that cannot have dual characteristics. It's either a Hindu character or a Muslim character, and that can only be judged by the court by going into evidences, by conducting a proper civil trial and then only ruling on to it. There can be no other way, and not on preliminary submissions the religious characteristic of that particular compound can be decided. Another important aspect that comes to fore in this order of the Allahabad High Court that has been passed today is that the ASI survey, which was excluding the Wazu Khana, can actually be allowed by in fact the lower court at a later stage if it feels so. However, we have to understand that the survey of the Wazu Khana would not be possible even after the orders of the lower court, since the Solicitor General of India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, who had been appearing for the Archaeological Survey of India, had made a statement that when that survey that had been carried out at the Gyanvapi complex, the report of which has already been filed before a Varanasi district court yesterday, cannot go into the Wazu Khana. It was very, very clearly mentioned by Mr. Solicitor before the Supreme Court, and until and unless the Supreme Court actually paves the way for the survey of the Wazu Khana, it might not be possible for a lower court to direct for the same. I am Ananya Bhatnagar with video journalist Arpit Seth for CNN News 18 from the National Capital.